there's any background noise coming through the audio, I'm incredibly sorry. I don't know why I was so excited at the word phantom. The guy came out of the back holding one, and I said, no, I'm gonna need three. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, God. Hello everyone, I'm Marc Daniel Patrick. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. First off, I will say if you can hear any background noise, I do apologize. They've been doing construction outside in front for months now. I have no idea what they're doing. It better be worth it for the amount of noise they're making. So if there's any background noise coming through the audio, I'm incredibly sorry. It is what it is. I've picked the worst day to try and film for this week, but here it is. So, oh God, it's not worth it. Whatever noise they're making, whatever they're creating, not worth it. I tell you. All right, some comment shoutouts from our previous video, which was One Last Time, featuring Chris Jackson. If you haven't watched that video, I'll throw the link up top. Go watch that one as well. So from that video, Mel Acosta says, from the first time hearing him sing this to the millionth time, I still get, I still get some goosebumps and tear up. He has one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard. I think he should play the Phantom. How do we get a petition started for this? I don't know why I was so excited at the word Phantom. Yes, I agree. Chris Jackson would make a terrific Phantom. He'd be like right in the middle of like a Norm Lewis and Ramin, I believe. He's got that voice, that beautiful, soothing tenor voice. But then he's also got that calmness and just that, I don't know, just that warmth about him that would just be so great as the Phantom. So I agree. Next up, Maggie Ralph says, the irony of this song being called One Last Time is that I am incapable of listening to it only once. So yes, 100%. But that's kind of the whole Hamilton score, isn't it? Like, I find the Hamilton score, I have different moods for it. So whatever mood I'm in, I'll have to listen to You'll Be Back on repeat. Or I Know Him, all of Jonathan's songs from that show. I just, whatever mood, and then I'm in a certain mood and I have to listen to Satisfied over and over again. But that's just the beauty of an incredibly written score by the great Lin-Manuel Miranda. Who, by the way, great segue, is on our Patreon page this week. So Lin-Manuel and Ben Platt came together for a little mashup duet a couple of years ago. And despite all the requests, I'm finally getting around to creating that reaction video. So that can be found on our Patreon page at the link below. And for our shameless product plug of the week, not sponsored yet, we have the wonderful Screwball Whiskey. It's a peanut butter flavored whiskey that is just... it's incredible. So a friend of mine introduced me to it a couple of years ago. He picked up a bottle of it in Nashville, and it's amazing. And then the pandemic hit, and I'm up here in Canada, and we couldn't get it here. They didn't have it here for the longest time. So I went an entire year with it. I know, so sad. But finally, just a couple of weeks ago, released in our liquor stores in BC. They didn't even have it on the shelves yet, and I went in to ask for it. The guy came out of the back holding one, and I said, no, I'm going to need three. Thanks. But not sponsored yet. But it is delicious, promise you. I want to share it during a video once, but it's 11 a.m., so we're not going to do that. But go get yourself some peanut butter whiskey. It is absolutely fantastic. So in reading a lot of the other YouTube comments and talking with a lot of subscribers on our Patreon page, I've realized that there is so much more Hamilton content that we really need to get to. And so since we're on a roll in the last couple of weeks of everything Hamilton, I thought we'd get back into some Phillipa Soo. We have not seen her on this channel since Burn, which was months and months ago. And if you haven't seen the reaction video of her singing Burn, I'll throw that up top. Please go check that one out as well. But this is basically her love song from the show, which is the Hamilton and Eliza Meet Cute. It was not exactly historically accurate, but I mean, really, who cares? So let's go take a look and see what we think about Phillipa Soo performing Helpless. Hey. 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 Ooh, I do what do. She's just so gorgeous. She's such an angel on stage. I'm sorry to stop so early. I absolutely love her in this role. She is so, and if you don't follow her on Instagram, you're missing. She is just such a beautiful beautiful person, a beautiful performer. All right, here we
go. You got me helpless. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. Down for the count and I'm drowning. I have never been the type to try and grab the spotlight. We were at a revel with some rebels on a hot night, laughing at my sister as she's dazzling the room. Then you walked in and my heart went boom. Trying to catch your eye from the side of the ballroom. Everybody's dancing and the band's not the volume. Grind to the rhythm as we wine and dine. Grab my sister and whisper, yo, this one's mine. Ooh, my sister made her way across the room to you. And I got nervous thinking, what's she gonna do? She grabs you by the arm, I'm thinking I'm through. Then you look back at me and suddenly I'm helpless. Oh, look at those eyes. Oh.
I love her tone in this song. It's incredibly. This song is quite difficult because there's well, most songs in Hamilton are quite difficult because of their speak cadences. So she speaks a lot through lines. She has to rap through a couple of lines, and she also has to sing through her lines. And you can hear her grabbing those like desperate breaths along the way. Because your breath support is so incredibly important through this. Anytime you're going to try and sing this song, I would encourage you to slow it down. Get that tempo down as low as you can to really work through the song and find where you're going to breathe, and then start to speed it up to where it's actually supposed to be. But obviously she's so well versed in this song and just nails it absolutely every single time. But it sounds just so good in her voice.
Taking me.
I'm about to change your life.
Then by all means, lead the way.
Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Schuyler.
My sister.
Thank you for all your service.
If it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it.
1 week later, I'm writing a letter nightly. Now my life gets better every letter that you write me. Laughing at my sister, cause she wants to form a harem.
I'm just saying, if you really love me, you would share 'em.
Ha! 2 weeks later, in the living room stressing. My father stone-faced while you're asking for his blessing. I'm dying inside as you whine and dine. And I'm trying not to cry, cause there's nothing that your mind can't do. My father makes his way across the room to you. I panic for a second thinking we're through. But then he shakes your hand and says, be true. And you turn back to me, smile.
You know, another very difficult part of this song is it doesn't move very much. You can see because of those sort of speak cadences and almost a rap in a way, so many of the notes are so close together. You don't have a lot of interval jumps, especially on that Helpless. On that less coming up, that's only one tone. That's all that is that jump. So that you can, listening to other people try and cover this song, they overshoot that note and it goes a little sharp because you don't expect it. Singing close intervals are a lot more difficult usually than singing a perfect fourth or even a full octave. The jumps are usually, you can jump up and find your note. The small movement from one note up to the next, you're so not used to it, and it can catch you often. Obviously, she's so well versed in the song now and she's got it like the back of her hand, but you want to be careful because you can often overshoot that note. Just remember, it's one tone. It's not a big jump that you think it is. That is so Lin-Manuel. Like, how much you want to bet that's if he goes to a wedding, a party, that's him on the dance floor. That's got to be him. That's there's no acting there at all, for sure.
I don't have $1 to my name, an acre of land, a truth to command, $1 for fame. All I have's my honor, a tolerance for pain, a couple of college credits and my top-notch brain. Insane. Your family brings out a different side of me. Peggy confides in me. Angelica tried to take a bite of me. No stress, my love for you is never in doubt. We'll get a little place in Harlem and we'll figure it out. I've been living without a family since I was a child. My father left, my mother died. I grew up buck wild, but I'll never forget my a month's space that was real. As long as I'm alive, I swear to God you'll never feel.
That is one thing. I'm sorry to stop so much. I've been critical of maybe some of his acting choices and some of his singing. When it comes to rap, he understands it. He can actually do it so incredibly well. He finds that beat and finds the pocket, and really, I mean, he wrote it, so he should. But he sounds so good doing it. He really excels in that part of the show for sure.
I never felt so
Oh, whew. That little riff there.
my life is gonna be fine, 'cause it lies as in it.
I look into your eyes and the sky's the limit.
Okay.
Drowning in love. New York, you can be a new man. New York, you can be a new man. In New York, you can be a new Helpless.
Ah. Why did we not do this song sooner? She's so good. I also love the way she plays Eliza. She keeps her very innocent, very meek, very mild. Gives it that lovable quality that Eliza needs right away. It's a perfect interpretation. I love this song also because it shows the true character of Eliza, where she's not the type of person who sees Hamilton and just wants to jump him right away. She comments on his eyes, obviously, but also the letters are such a big deal to her, right? She really falls in love with his brain, really. I mean, he never lets you forget it, but she falls in love with his writing and how well he can write and how well he can, paint a picture with his words for her. And you see that a lot in this number, which is quite important because that needs to set up her second act song in Burn, where those letters don't exactly make her feel all mushy anymore, to put it mildly. So the whole number just paints Eliza in this beautiful, perfect, angelic light, but the song just being this soul R&B rap sort of casserole of a number, she just absolutely nails it from start to finish. She really does. And do you like this song? Yeah, I do. I do. All right, that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to let me know what you thought of this video and what you'd like to see in the future. Until next time, I'm Marc Daniel Patrick, and thanks so much for watching.